Empire, I am back again. Did you guys miss me? All right, today we're going to be checking out Giant Walker. All in good time. I know it's been way too long for me to give you guys an album recap of this, but it's finally fucking here. So let's do it. So Giant Walker is a band from England. I did an interview with them, and I'm friends with Stephanie, the lead singer. She's freaking awesome, amazing voice. The drummer, the bassist, and the guitarist are absolutely phenomenal as well. Now, they grew up on the same influences that I have, like Fight Star, Carnival, stuff like that. It's just, they're just a phenomenal band. Let's jump into this recap. The album begins with side A, The Fact and Fiction. This is an intro to basically introduce the viewer into a world of Giant Walker. So Giant Walker is basically a progressive ambient world where you mix Soundgarden with Carnival, and it's just it's phenomenal, band. They're great. They are amazing. This video really brought out the vibes of it's just so real. It's very real. It's a very real video, and it's just oh god, you just have to watch this. You have to watch the video and just listen to the song. The song has so many amazing production, secrets in it. It has like the delay, it has the reverb, it has some off-timing drum beats. It's just amazing single. And I believe this is their very first single they ever released. And this album just got that, it has that gent, but it has the progressive alternative style of like grunge as well. And it's just awesome track. Definitely check out this track. The next track is Katoomba. So Katoomba, it has this, it really brings out the vibe of Dead Awake from Carnival. And it's just, I don't know. Guys, you just have to listen to this track. I really don't want to ruin this for you. It just got that really beautiful vocals from Stephanie. And it's just, this track, it's just so hard to explain, guys, without ruining it. It's just an amazing track. And definitely, I'm pretty sure it's in my favorites. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it isn't, but it is now probably. But there's so many good tracks on this album. It's just hard to pick. It's got that technical gent, riffs, and just her vocals are just got, and her harmonies, and just the drums and guitars, everything about this track is just amazing. Pata, another awesome track from this album. This track, it's got that really weird vibe in the beginning. It's almost like they're using harmonics, but they're not. It's like down, and it's got that like boom, that bass. It goes down, and then it's got that huge, just got that huge, the huge vibe in the beginning. Is just, this song is such a vibe, bro. I love it. Definitely my favorite on the album. It's just, so good, dude. This one you just have to listen to it. And Stephanie has this, she has this high vocal in this. It's oh my god. Oh, dude. It's like she's singing like, you don't know. It was like, wow. And it's not head voice. That's her voice. She's not using head voice. She's using her diaphragm for that. I was like, oh my god, dude. Easily the best track on this album. Amazing song. You just have to listen to this. Again, brings out the vibe of Carnival, especially Asymmetry and Thamada vibes from this track. I just fell in love with this. Oh my god. Amazing. If I could probably describe Stephanie, I think that she is the Chris Cornell of this generation for a female vocalist. So, but yeah, she's an amazing singer. So Inertia brings out the vibes of like Deftones and Thrice just immediately. And then it has that like kind of ginger vibe to it as well. She's got like Tatiana's vocals in it, and it still brings out that carnival vibe. It's just, they're just great. This I can't believe how fucking underrated this band is, man. Seriously, they're awesome. You guys just need to listen to them. They're amazing. And this track is just, it has grown on me to be one of my favorites as well. But I have so many favorites to pick from. This album is phenomenal. Not to mention, this is their debut album. But this track really brings off that old, like the Thrice Alchemy Index vibes with the Deftones Koi no Yokin, but kind of at the same time gore vibes. But yeah, it's amazing track. So Optophobia was the very first track I've ever listened to by this band, and I immediately fell in love. Immediately. It's like mixing Bjork with Deftones, and it's just so good. The video vibe is huge Bjork. It's very weird. It's a very weird video, but the song is just very progressive, and it just brings out that vibe of kind of like the radio is going like and like Deftones does it too, like those melodic vocals. It's just amazing track, and this one definitely deserves your listen. Like the whole album deserves your listen, but if you're gonna listen to one track, I highly recommend listening to this one first. Up next is Left to Wreck. Now, I made a comment on this particular track on my album reaction. I believe I even asked her in the interview, I was like, was Left to Wreck inspired by Limerick by Soundgarden? And I believe they answered yes. Limerick is my favorite song by Soundgarden. And this song just kind of explains, you know, the world's going to shit. War is taking over. I believe they made this album during the Ukraine conflict as well. And yeah, it's just, it's an amazing track. It's just great. I don't know how to explain it. Very progressive, very Soundgarden sounds, you know, throughout this whole track. And Soundgarden's one of their hugest influences. So, but yeah, very awesome track. I really can't explain this, guys. You have to listen to it. It's awesome. Past the Peak. Believe the second song I've listened to by this band. Absolutely phenomenal single. Phenomenal. It takes you places where you don't think it's going to take you. And it's just, it's such an amazing single. Seriously. Not to mention at the ending, she has this huge vocal. And I believe she's in the bathtub in the video, or I can't remember. They rent out a house, a log cabin, I think it was, in the video, and they just Past the Peak. It kind of reminded me of Twin Peaks vibes. But that's just awesome. That's great. It's a great freaking song. Definitely one of their best songs on the album. And it just brings off that Deftonesy ambient vibe with the guitars and everything. Everything about this album, this song is just, it's great. It's fantastic. And I really don't want to ruin this for you, but there's a surprise at the end. It's great. This song, All We Have Is Gone, is basically, I like to think of this song as the title track for the album, because All in Good Time is the name of the album, but All We Have Is Gone. Basically explaining, like, all in good time, we will eventually, you know, lose everyone in the world. We'll lose everything. We'll lose everything we worked hard for. And then it's just, it's the ending of the album. It's like the climax. It's like we fucked our world up so much that all we have is gone. And this track has so many surprises in it. There's a synth in this track. There's an acoustic guitar, and it's very bass driven in some of the verses. It's just great. It's an amazing track. Definitely deserves your listen. Coda is the finale. And this track really surprised me. I thought it was going to end, you know, on a fade out, but it ends on a beautiful piano. And she just stopped singing. And I was like, what is this? I believe that Stephanie is the one playing the piano as well. And Jamie on the guitar. And I can't remember the other members' names. Sorry, guys. So it's Steph on vocals, Jamie on guitar, Jordan on bass, and Alex on drums. Thought I had it right. But yeah, this This track is just beautiful. It's so classical in the end. It's like, wow. It's the aftermath of a nuclear bomb just hitting the world and blowing everything up. I think that's even on the actual album cover, you see a falling star and you see like an old man looking at it, right? And it's like going down into this hole. And when you look on the back, there's nothing. Nothing is left. The old man's gone. Nothing's left. And it's like the world is going to complete hell. And there's like this saying that a falling star is like the final sign before the second coming of Jesus. And it's like, I don't know. It's amazing. This album is amazing. It has grown on me. I think I gave this album a low rating. It was a 9 out of 10, but oh my God, it has improved so much, but I'm going to get to that later. Let's get into the final thoughts. I basically explained this album as a breath of fresh air for progressive hard rock, and it definitely is. It is an amazing, amazing album. It's for fans of Deftones, Ginger, Soundgarden, Thrice, and Carnival. When I say Thrice, I'm thinking Alchemy Index and above. Kind of older vibes, Thrice, maybe some Artist and Ambulance vibes, definitely Visu vibes throughout this album. But yeah, Deftones, Gore, Koino Yokin. It's got the same vibes, and I absolutely love this album. I listen to this album quite frequently in my everyday basis, and they're just great. They deserve your follow. Go give them a follow. Go check them out. The genres that I gave this album was progressive, it's hard rock, it's alternative, it's experimental, and it's very jazzy, especially in the last track, very jazzy. Throughout the whole album, it's very jazz drumming, jazz just throughout the whole album. And it's an amazing album, guys. You just need to listen to it. So as I said before, I think this album kind of explains like what it's like to live in a world that is just in constant conflict and all in good time. And then at the end, everything we have is gone. Like everything. Was it all worth it? Was it all worth it? My rating before on this album was a 9 out of 10. But now I am giving this album a 10 out of 10. This is an amazing album. Absolutely amazing. It took me a while to get into it, to actually, fall into, creating a 10 out of 10 rating. But I've listened to it over and over again. And I got to tell you right now, this album is an absolute buy. Should you buy this album? Yes, you definitely should. Absolutely amazing. I feel very, very honored to own a copy of this. And I will definitely be listening to this band for a long, long fucking time. I cannot wait until their next release. I am I've anticipated the next single. I've been checking all their social medias, seeing when they're going to release it. I haven't messaged Steph about it, but I was like, when are you guys going to release the next album? I was like, when are you going to release the next EP, the next single? Something. Give me something. This band is a diamond in the rough and they deserve your follow. Go follow them. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, a subscribe, share this content around so other people can find out a new band. It really helps when you do that. Comments help immensely on the channel. So please, if you like this video, leave a comment. Peace.